Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be talking about the doomed lovers BL downmade adaptation Killtolove, and how it is literally the definition of if I can't have him, no one can. And how this drama basically deserves all the hype, and hopefully the actors get to be in other shows soon because this show was just so amazing, you guys. So before we begin, please like, comment, and subscribe, and comment down below if you guys also watched the show and your thoughts on the series. So I was perusing through Gaga Ooh La La, and I saw that this poster for Killtolove was available on the main page, and I was like, this is interesting. As you may all know, I do have quite a few collections of danmeis in my bookshelf here, and although this one hasn't been officially translated, I was intrigued as I love a story where the assassin falls in love with the opposing group that they're assigned to take out. So basically we follow two main characters, Duan Se-eung, who is the assassin from the Northern Kingdom, and Chao Shi-he, who is the sixth prince to the Southern Kingdom, and their lives are literally the complete opposite of each other. Shi-he was raised to be a scholarly prince who just basks away writing poetry, playing beautiful music, and just sitting pretty. Meanwhile, Duan Se-eung was trained to become an assassin after his family was falsely labeled as traitors to the kingdom and were unfortunately taken out by the Southern Kingdom. And it turns out that Duan Se-eung and Shi-he go way further back than what it seems. We get to learn about this because Duan Se-eung is tasked to take out the crown prince of the Southern Kingdom, because they are in the feudal times of China where kingdoms were just taking kingdoms and colonizing their own people. Meanwhile, Shi-he is just sitting pretty in his prince palace, and he hears about how his older brother, the crown prince, was almost assassinated. So obviously, as a concerned younger brother, he goes out to see if his brother is doing okay, and in the process he bumps into Se-eung. Now, the crazy part about it is Duan Se-eung was tasked to eliminate the crown prince because he told his, I guess you can consider his mentor or teacher, that he will do anything to regain his honor and also his brother that was taken away from him during the time when their family was unfortunately tasked to off the plank. So in the process of doing so, he learns that Shi-he, the sixth prince that he was best friends with when he was younger, is still alive, and he makes the plan of, if I can get close to the sixth prince, then I can get close to the crown prince, and then bada bing bada boom, I hit two birds with one stone kind of business. But love works in mysterious ways, and they slowly but surely start to fall in love. Now, Shi-he knows that Duan Se-eung was tasked to kill his older brother. He knew this prior to, playing the game of cat and mouse. Oh, I like him, he likes me kind of game. But what he did not realize is that this person is the same one that saved him when he was younger. And once it clicks him, he's like, oh, I can't continue playing these mind games with Duan Se-eung because I actually do love him. And yeah, my older brother's kind of crazy. He tried to also eliminate me in the process because he's low-key psychotic and he thinks everyone is trying to hurt him, but I'm just trying to be a scholar and play music. But I mean, at the end of the day, we're just family. And unfortunately, Duan Se-eung is trying to separate Shi-he from the crown prince because it's very obvious that the crown prince hates Shi-he. When I mean hates, I mean I've never seen, I know siblings fight, but this is low-key kind of crazy. Like, the crown prince was doing everything and anything to incriminate Seohe as a traitor as well, because the crown prince has an inkling that Dwonse is the assassin that tried to kill him, which it is true. However, it is kind of messed up that he is trying to incriminate his brother to basically get him beheaded because he is low-key self-conscious and low self-esteem. And did I mention he's psychotic? But the story itself has lots of interesting beats, comedic bits, but mainly it is very melodramatic to the point where I was just like, wait a minute, is this really going to be Doom lovers trope? Because I thought we were going to have a happy ending. And I'll just preface, spoiler, the ending is not what I expected. But before I get to that part, let me just give you guys a little bit more on the plot. But basically, once it's been discovered that Dwonse is actually the assassin from the northern tribe, it is then placed for a manhunt to basically take him out. And Seohe, still being in love with Dwonse and Dwonse being in love with Seohe, they don't want to separate, and they basically try to run away with each other and to just explore the world together, because Seohe doesn't want to be he doesn't want to be part of the palace. Dwonse doesn't want to be an assassin. He only did it because, unfortunately, that's all he had to ensure his safety and not be captured by the Southern Kingdom again. So when they try to escape with each other, unfortunately, the plan falls through because the Crown Prince blocks it and basically tells Seohe it's either you kill the assassin or I kill him and you, because at the end of the day, regardless of what you choose, I'm getting rid of both of y'all. Because as the Crown Prince, I also took out our dad. And that's what I mean that this man is psychotic. Not only did he try to kill his brother, he killed his father. Because he was obsessed with power. And it gets to the point where they basically have to decide, what are we gonna do? And Dwonse basically takes out the Crown Prince in front of Seohe, and Seohe, instead of being like grateful, because again, his older brother was trying to hurt him also in the process, he backstabs Dwonse. And it's like, wait a minute, hold on. I thought we were supposed to be happy-go-lucky lovers. We're trying to run away with each other and just, explore life without our titles of being an assassin and being a crown prince. But no, Seohe decides, I have to get rid of you too because you just took out my brother. And literally, my favorite line from the show is when Dwonse tells Seohe, you hate the person that loves you, but you love the one that hates you. And that basically sums up the majority of the plot of the show, where now the Southern Kingdom and the Northern Kingdom are back into feuding because Seohe takes the role as the king of the realm because, again, brother and father were taken out. And turns out that Dwonse was actually the next heir for the Northern Kingdom as well. So they both take their respective roles as the kings for their particular kingdom. However, when I said in the beginning, Dwonse said, if I can have him, no one can. Dwonse basically waged war on the Southern Kingdom to capture Seohe, to have him as a captive, because he didn't want anyone to be with Seohe. And in the process, they were in a 7-year war, you guys. 7 years. Because Dwonse said, I'm gonna get him regardless of the means to do so. And when they finally reunite, it is not pretty. Seohe is obviously full of hatred towards Dwonse because he believes that he ruined his life. Meanwhile, Dwonse is like, I did this all for you, so you can be free, so we can be together and leave. And it just gets really, really, it gets really, really dark afterwards, because he was trained as an assassin. He was tasked in drinking one of the poisons that they use to control them, and it has taken a toll on his body, so he only has a certain amount of time to live. So that's why he was just so adamant of trying to conquer the southern kingdom so he can be back with Shilha before he passes. Meanwhile, Shilha doesn't even know that this is occurring, so when he finds out that this is the main reason why this man was just destroying everything to get back with him, he's just like, wow, that's a lie. I don't know if I can be with you like that. Like, that is quite obsessive. I appreciate the fact that they took their time in developing this part of the story, because most BLs would be like, oh my gosh, she's so obsessed with me, that's true love. But Shilha is like, you're crazy. You have me here as a captive because you don't want me to leave. You are so obsessed with me to the point that you destroyed my kingdom and killed my family in the process. Like, if I decide to go, will you also try to go as well? And towards the end, they somewhat reconcile, but the way that they do is kind of messed up, which is why, again, this is peak Doom BL lovers. And they end up having marriage ceremony. Like, you guys, this was so crazy. They end up having the marriage ceremony, which was the first for me to see in a Chinese BL, for the main characters to actually have the formal ceremony of them getting married. So that was, although quite beautiful, still sick and twisted, given the whole background on it. Basically, Shilha decides, after they have the whole marriage ceremony, that he has had enough, which low-key, you guys, is giving a little bit of Killing Stalking, now that I think about it, because it was very much home syndrome, where Shilha was believing in this fantasy of, if I just give in to Zeung, I'll be free. But even after they got married, he's like, I will never truly be free, because at the end of the day, my people are now captives of this tyrant, and he will never see me more as but a object of desire, not as his true love, which we once were 10 years ago. And towards the end of the show, you guys, they are reading out his judgment of crime. Zeung is under the impression that when Shilha takes the poison for his judgment of his crimes, it will just make him go to sleep, but he will be able to wake up. But what he doesn't know is Shilha told the doctor to switch the liquid, so he actually does pass away. And by the time that Zeung figures that out, you guys, it is just pure chaos. He starts running towards him, trying to make him spit it back out, but he unfortunately does go, and Zeung ends up leaving with him too, because the poison was just so great that it ended stopping his heart. And we see like I guess you can consider heaven, where Shilha reunites with his brother, the Crown Prince. And in this realm, the Crown Prince is apologizing. He's like, I waited so long for you to get here, and I had this thought that once you got here, I needed to apologize. Because I don't know what I did, but I know I did something that was so terrible towards you that I hope you can forgive me. And Shilha accepts it, and they end up walking away. And then you see Zeung come to the pearly white gates of heaven, or purgatory at this point, because I don't know. And that's how the show ends. They end up living together eternally in the afterworld. And to be honest, after everything that they went through, that could have been that honestly is the best way they could have gone out with their happy ending, because no matter how you slice it or dice it, it was never going to be a happy ending for them, because again, opposing kingdoms, war, captivity, basically being a slave at one point, like, this was the perfect amount of doom toxic BL to the point where it wasn't so, I wouldn't say as crazy as Killing Stalking. However, because that in itself is, that shouldn't even be considered BL. I don't even know why it still has that tag, but it did have the aspects of how some people can just get really obsessive to the point where they just lose all voice of reasoning and commit atrocities. And in this case, Donza really did believe that by conquering the Southern Kingdom, he would be able to be reunited with Shilha, and they could just be all dandy and happy. And it's like, that's not how the real world works. You are crazy. Now, I will say though that the way the show was filmed was so beautiful. The costume, the actual storyline, even the chemistry between the main leads, it was so believable to the point where I was just like, were they nah. Like, the chemistry was so good. And for the mere fact that this was their first show together, like, we gotta give them props. They're flowers, because this was really, really good. And I really hope that other people get to enjoy the show as well. Red flags or black flag male leads, then you would really absolutely love this show. It was different from what I assumed it was going to be about. I really thought it was going to be very rosy, but this was very much a dark, very suspenseful, very dramatic BL that honestly I hope more people will give it a watch, because it was so good. And also, it's free on YouTube, so you can watch the whole entire show as well. A historical Chinese BL where the main characters actually kiss. Like, this was crazy, you guys. Because compared to, again, the only closest thing I can have for a historical BL that's recent would be Meet You at the Blossom. Meet You at the Blossom had very provocative scenes, but it was very PG. Killtolove? At one point, I was like, do I need to leave the room? Do I need to go? Because I don't think I need to be here. Like, again, the chemistry between the main leads, it was so good, and I hope that in the future they are able to be in more shows, because you guys, as this is their first roles in a BL show, I'm not sure if this is their first role in just general dramas per se, but they did such a good job that I hope moving forward they are able to book more roles in whatever genre that they decide to go with, because it was just so good. And they are pretty active on Instagram, so if you guys want to keep up with the guys on their future works, you can obviously go to their Instagram and also the YouTube channel. They do have lots of interviews on there in how they planned the show and how they got into the characters. So I hope you guys give them a watch as well, because they truly deserve it. And it was a hidden gem, honestly, for this season, for the summer of BL that I recently watched. I'll be doing another video on my current watch list. At the moment, I'm currently watching Kim Jira revamp the Undead series, which I have my thoughts and opinions on that one. The new BL that just came out from GMTV that summer, which so far, you guys, that one has been pretty good. And I'm also planning on watching the new releases that will be coming out through Gaga Ulala. But comment down below what you guys have been watching and whether or not you also watch Killtolove. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!